Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Hicks coming at you here. It is Look Ahead Lines. We're a little late. I was telling everybody how bad Steph Curry is in a Pub Sports channel. So we came in. We're talking 80s guys. Hakeem Olajuwon was brought up. Anyway, Lex Rob, ring the bell here if you're watching. Mr. Sean Hicks on Twitter or X, I should say. Midday Money Show. Come check it out. Currently have the Cowboys minus 2.5 and over 48.5 pending. I had a bad day today. 3-7 with my picks. Loser Jags under 40. Winner Jets under 39. Loser Seattle plus 11. Loser under Detroit 43. On one of the sites I did have Jets first half under winner there. What else we got? Colts over 40. Got there. Colts money line again minus 130, 120, 115. All losers. Bad number. Carolina plus 6 a loser. Houston minus 4.5 a loser. Seattle over 43.5 was a win. Push on a 44. Baltimore minus a touchdown loser. Bills money line plus 126. So there is that. I believe I went 2-2 in college hoops, and I'm winning the Rangers. I think the Rangers won. That was my only play on the ice. But let's get to NFL Thursday night. The lines are moving. And my guy Pounded, Anthony, I was talking to, I said, jump on his Chargers under 42.5. I said, I thought the Chargers were initially playing Pittsburgh on Thursday night. I'm like, man, I kind of like the Pittsburgh here off a bad game. He's like, no, they're playing Vegas. I'm like, oh, man, we got to go under. So 42.5. Now it's at a ridiculous, I mean, holy cow, 34.5. I don't know about that. I mean, I got the under 42.5 on the sites. Obviously, some offensive problems for Vegas and the Chargers. They looked not too good here. Line is flipped. Chargers were a 3.5-point fave. Now I got to, now they're a 3-point dog. So there is that. I didn't even adjust the line. It happens. Stay away. Maybe you find some player prop in that game. I don't know. Ugly. Saturday action. It's a triple header. Saturday football has arrived. Vikings were a 1-point fave, 40.5. Now Cincy is a 4-point fave. What is that about? Now, I had the Colts. I wasn't sold on Cincy off of a random Monday night game. I like them at 1. I don't know if I like them here at 4. Minnesota, as I said, everyone's running to bet them. If you bet them late, you might have got a push, a win, whatever. I didn't get involved in the game. It was that 1. I said I kind of like the Raiders there. Went to 2, went to 3. You don't got to bet it just because it's early Saturday game. In this spot again, how about, it looks like Mixon's finding his way. Want to find some Mixon props on a Saturday afternoon early game? That might be the way to go. Steelers and the Colts. I'm on the Colts. I like this Colts team. I've been on them since game 1. Yes, we had them game 1 of the season against Jacksonville. Nobody gave them a shot. They were right there. Should have got us cover. They couldn't punch it in late. It happens. But I'll take them here against Pittsburgh. 2.5, 42.5. Half-point move down. Maybe because they couldn't really stop anybody. But the Steelers, the Steelers offense is bad. The Colts put up points. The Colts put up 20 points every single game. Every single game. Yeah, the Steelers offered an embarrassing loss. Do we have to go over the Steelers' embarrassing season of offense that they've had? I mean, this team lost to Arizona at home. And again, this comes from the guy who had Pittsburgh in week 1 against the Niners. 14. I mean, look at this Pittsburgh team. Well, oh my goodness, just terrible. Again with the Steelers, I'll lay the points here at Pittsburgh. 18 points, 10 points, 16 points in a win, 10 points in a loss. You lose 13-10 to Cleveland, a backup quarterback. And I'm not saying Minshew's super duper. 16-10 in Cincinnati. 24-10 Arizona. 21-18 New England. I mean, look at these scores. 10 points against Jacksonville. 17-10 that Baltimore game. I mean, 30-6 he lost to Houston. This is not a good club. Take the Colts. Don't overthink things, as I like to say. Broncos. This is an interesting one here. So it's 3.5, maybe some 4s out there. Denver alive. You got to like the way they've been playing. Granted, you have people like Herbert a lot. I'll say he's an all-star type guy. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good sometimes. And now here come the Lions. Detroit Lenny's not happy. Look at the way they've been playing. And I said this. I wish I took the Bears plus 4.5. I did have the under because I thought, whatever. Can you get any kind of defense? Apparently not. 28-13. You lose. You're off the 33-28 game against the Saints, who have trouble scoring. Lost to Green Bay, gave it 29. Even the first time against Chicago, 31-26. 41-38 at the Chargers. I mean, you shut down Vegas at home. You 38 to Baltimore. You shut down Tampa Bay on the road. Tampa Bay. I mean, Carolina scored 24 points on you. And again, at 3.5, I kind of like taking the faves. Do I want to take the Lions as favorites here? Great, yeah. They're home. Good. You need to be home. But I'm at an overplay here with the way they play on defense. Give me the over. At least I'm leaning the over. All right, Sunday action. We got some comments. Let me get to the Sunday action to say hello here. To the Sunday action. My name is Markel's in the house. Canes, my guy. Hope all's well. Not a good day today, but we got next week. Always appreciative of your picks. Cam Moore to Washington State, maybe to the U. No. Doesn't make a difference. You got a terrible head coach there. Just makes bonehead decisions. Jake's in the house. Solid day. Officially done betting. Carolina, though. Hit on the Bills. Bengals and Cowboys looking good. That's a nice day there. Bills, Bengals, Cowboys. T-Minus has told you your night games are going to roll as the Eagles get stopped. Take it easy, T-Minus. Let's not jinx it yet. Dan Morris in the house. Don't recall KC was such a low total. KC is a defensive team, Dan. I've been saying it this year and last year. The offense is not the same. Look at the way they score. I mean, I've said this time and time again. I like the under. I see your next one on thoughts. I'm going to get to that when I do the Sunday games here. Supposed to be the Sunday night game. Not anymore. We'll see you at 1 o'clock. T-Money says, besides CD props, the Rams getting points today is trash, but this week we'll get it back. Listen, 3-7. If I could catch Dallas in the over here, it's 5-7, and we'll see what happens on Monday with the other games. A 500 week, a game under 500. I don't judge myself on one day or a losing week. Say I might split today, so I'm what? I'm 4-8 with games going tomorrow. I could lose a day. It's not going to hurt me. I'm not going bankrupt. I won't be living in a tent. Michael B's in the house. T-Money says Broncos plus 168. I'm going to act a fool on that game. Lions 8-away. They are overrated. The defense is bad, man. That's bad. Michael B says, not a good day, but Dallas in the over will make it better. It is what it is, Mike. What am I going to do? I had good numbers some spots. I mean, again, if I had Seattle late, I would add a better number. It would have been a win instead of a loss. 14 points. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Money on Markel's is caught live. Cowboys team total over 31.5. Nice. Double up. It should get there. I mean, I got Dallas. I'd love to see the over cash too. It'd be salvage a day. It's late night degenerate action. Sharks money line versus Vegas. I sort of like the Sharks today. Playing revenge Sharks are 5-2 last 7. Public all over Vegas lines come down. How about you just do Sharks in the over? Cowgirls second half plus 3.5 money line plus 160. I mean, I understand you think Philly's going to come out and score and put points up. I disagree. I think Dallas is looking for a statement kind of game. They lost in Philly last time. San Fran beat them up. You know, how about a quality win, Dallas? How about a quality win? You got Buffalo next week. I mean, where are your signature wins? The Rams is there, beating the Rams a good win? I mean, Seattle in a wild shootout 41-35. Don't take your foot off the gas here. I mean, it's second half here. Eagles get the balls. They got 14 points in a second. I say pour it on. Get a convincing win. 24-6. You better get to 38. You better score 2 touchdowns in the second half. Richie P says, I hit to like a Richie P, my guy. Went to a card show yesterday. I was out shopping, doing some things. Picked up 85 Fleer and 83 Donos pack. I spent like $40 and like 30 of it was on $20 was on this nonsense. I grabbed a couple other random 80s gems, single cards. T Money says Bengals in Denver this week will send me to the poorhouse only so I can't really throw a load on. Yeesh, my goodness. Bengals in Denver. Bengals should win. I mean, the offense is coming around. Jake Browning looks okay in the system. I was not a believer after Monday night. I'm like, everybody's going to bet on them. We saw one game. Look good. Let's finish strong. We need them. King D's in the house, my guy. Good to see you. T-Money. Shorts odds, Jinx. Stop it. You know me. I don't like to count my tickets before they hatch, so I'm just going to let it play out before I get excited. T-Money says Eagles defense, this looks, I don't have word for it. Dallas always plays them well. So as long as they don't collapse, they should be fine. But they can't, like, oh, we're up 24-6. Eagles score here, it's 24-14, and it's a game. And Dallas will goes 3-9, and it's 24-17. It's, here we go. And all of a sudden it's 31-27, Dallas is losing. You're like, what happened here? You're up 24-7 at the half, 24-6 at the half. That's the way. You can say the whole city is like a cookie. It's sweet. Throwing a couple nuts. I love that. Bruce Almighty. I like when the meteor lands. He's like, oh, a meteor just landed at the Chili kickoff. This will spice things up a bit. I called Showtime to the Dodgers earlier. These are people thought I was. Hold on a second. I don't. Who thought you were crazy? I mean, that was the rumor. He was going there while the season was still going on. He was going to go to the Dodgers. King D goes 1-1, split hitter, top play, and the Colts would pay me to do that. But Jim Irsay doesn't pay the mortgage. Exactly. Sometimes you got to get some. I had a bad number on the Colts. I was high on the Colts. I was not high on Jake Browning. In the NFL, lost Chiefs money line. Hey. It's again. I had the Bills. I was all over the Bills. I said this was their season out of the bye week. They needed a win or it was over. Would I liked it better if KC would have won late against the Pack? And I had the Pack in the under last week. A little worried when you go KC at home, back-to-back losses, and Mahomes and Reed at home. Yes, but this was their season for the Bills. Rich P, need to crack those cards open. I will. I'm going to get them. How do you feel about the Giants tomorrow? We're going to talk about it. $700 million for Ohtani. Yeah, I know, ridiculous. Still first round of playoffs. They will. Good call. The Bills for me was a big play. I had a good day with that. Here's the thing. So I go 3-7 on the sites, but I had other things working. I had like a couple first halves I hit. Dallas here first. It doesn't reflect. But what can I do? It is what it is on sites. You just like to win as much as you can. But in my personal life, it wasn't as bad as a 3-7 day. All right, Sunday action. Falcons at a 3-35. Has it moved? It has not. And I got nothing for you here. I had the Falcon. I had Carolina today. Looked like trash. Maybe Atlanta here next week. Again, ugly game. I don't have to play this. I don't have to play this game. Chiefs 9.5, 37. Someone mentioned it. Low line 37.5. I'm on the under already, 37.5. I said this. It opened at 39. I couldn't even get 39 early on Wednesday or Thursday. I didn't get it. Um, give me the under though. Patriots play defense. The Chiefs play defense. Patriots have no offense, and the Chiefs' offense is average at best. It's an average unit. Bears 3-38. This is an interesting game here. Right? Because I've been against the Bears early because of the schedule. I didn't like certain spots. Of late, though, I've liked the Bears. But I want to take the Browns here. I think Joe Flacco, experienced guy, looks pretty good, facing a bad defense. Why not? Again, am I going to pull the trigger on this one? No. And I've pulled the trigger already on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spots. I got 12 bets down for next week. Tampa 3.5 at the 43 at the Packers. I'm on the Packers early. It was 3.5. Is it still 3.5? It's 3.5 and a 42. Again, this is a bad spot here for me. Again, with Tampa Bay. I'm not looking to take Tampa Bay in Green Bay. Now, do I want to? It's tough off of Monday night, right? We look like crap on Monday night. Green Bay somehow loses. The sky is falling. I got a bad number of 3.5. They dominate the Giants, and this is not dominate. They win 23-9 or something. Maybe the line ticks up a notch. I've talked about the Green Bay defense. I've talked about Jordan Love. He had a bad run. He's played a little better. Tampa's off a nice win. Back-to-back road spots. And again, I have me. I'm looking for a Tampa season win ticket, right? I got my Tampa season win, and they're still alive for their division. One more win, and I'm I cashed that over 6.5. But in this spot, back-to-back roadies. I hate it's Green Bay on a short week, but I'm still on the Pack. Already moved on it. So Texans here. Now this line was a 3.5. Texans were favored. Obviously, we got injury here, whatever's happening here. At 3.5, I like the Titans. Right, I'm gonna take a little home action here. Bye week. You got back-to-back for Houston. I don't know here at 1. At 1, do I take the Texans to bounce back off a bad loss? In this spot here, you might come back to CJ Stroud again. I know I think he got hurt this game. I don't know. Wait and see. Probably I'm at an under. I mean, why isn't this a 34? Giants 6-37. I got the question mark next to the Saints because we're going to see the Giants on Monday night, and we saw them with 2 straight wins. You beat Washington, and you had to win over New England. You're rested here, right? Here they come. Green Bay tonight. Short week though, on the road against the same team who I don't love, but they do play defense. Can this be identical 28-6 like the Carolina game? I mean, I lean Saints here. I do lean Saints. And if you like the Saints, take them now, right? You think, unless you think the Giants win here on what happened? Drop pass here in this Cowboy game? Unless you think the Giants win here and this line's going to come down. That's what you're rooting for here? A giant win? I don't know. Not buying it. Like the Saints. Jets 12.5. I'm on Miami, and I got a bad number. I got 13.5. It's come down a point. That's what happens when the Jets put up a 30 spot. And am I playing with fire here with Miami? Maybe they don't perform on Monday night. Maybe they put up 24 points and this line comes down to 10. But they were a 9-point fave in New York on the road on a Friday. Granted, backup quarterback. I don't know. I will lay the double digits here. I'll go up to 14 here with Miami. 4 o'clock action. Let's get to the comments before we wrap up the thing here. Corey Jones, my guy. First comment ever at the Midday Money Show. I had to say hello to Corey Jones. Leaning with the Giants tomorrow night. Sharks are up already. Big, huge dog. Michael B. Dodgers cashed out. Yeah, I mean, 700 million. Giants plus 7 sprinkle money line. Why are people taking Dennis Allen to cover a spread? So, I mean, I don't know if I could take the Giants. I mean, have you seen the Giants on the road? You beat Washington, who's bad, 31-19. 41-19 loser to Dallas, 30-6 loser at Vegas, 14-9 loser at Buffalo, 31-16 loser at Miami, 30-12 in San Fran. It's not like they're putting up a ton of points on the road. And the Saints play defense. Dolphins first half, yes, minus the touchdown. I got it up in the midday money show. I already got it already. I'm just showing on the Saints against the G-Men. Yes. They're the New Jersey Giants, East Rutherford Giants. Maurice, my God, road division dogs are 6%. Take the Jets, keep it within 10. I just have to disagree. Again, first half, Miami. 4 o'clock action. San Fran, 13-47. You just have to think San Fran in the over. I mean, is Arizona going to keep this close? Probably not. San Fran didn't do a lot today at home. I had the over. I had a plus 11. Could have had a better number. They're going to do what they do. They'll put up a 28, 30-something spot themselves. This is the team to beat in the NFC. Again, I've said before, I like them. I think the Ravens are going to be a team. Let's look at these San Francisco scores. 35-16, 38-13, 38-10. Last three. Not too bad putting points against Arizona. So, you want to grab a little over action? Let's go the last 5 games for San Fran. 34, 27, 31, 42. Again, 28. They're going to put up points. Team total over, perhaps, instead? I don't hate it. Washington 6.5 and a 48.5 versus the Rams. Now, I had Baltimore and 8th. They're going to take care of business. Rams outside, warm team, bad weather coming from LA. And I say outside because they play in nice LA, wherever they play. Was not expecting a shootout here. I like the Rams here. And I'm actually shocked the line didn't move from 6.5 because you put up points like that, you figure it's going to go up a little more. But you got Washington's coming in off a bye, I understand. And yes, I do say 6.5s. Rams only got to win by 7. Take the dog here. To me, Washington is not a squad I want to back. I'll take the Rams. Still live for the playoffs. Dallas 2.5 of 49 at the Bills. So this was a 4-2. It was actually a 1 earlier. Back up to 2. Bills win. Dallas, what are we playing here? 24-6 still. Hurts with a pass, incomplete. This line's going to stick around the same. Now, I like Dallas, obviously. Now, tough spot for them off a Philly game? Absolutely. Do you say, let's take the Bills? Must-win spot. It's really a must-win spot for Buffalo, right? I mean, this is they're in a position of they have to win every single game. At Chargers next, maybe a backup quarterback should be a win. Home versus New England should be a win in a revenge spot. Closeout versus Miami. No guarantees here for Buffalo. This is a but you're off a big win as well. I'm going to take the points here. I like Dallas. Sunday night, Ravens, Jags. I saw 5.5 on this. I'm like, am I missing something? Is Lawrence hurt? Maybe I think he's going out. I took the 5.5. Total was a 39.5. Now it's up. I don't know what to really think of this. Give me the Jags. Give me the over. Baltimore, crazy game. Gave up some points. I think we're going to see points here as well. I'm going to take any points with the home doggy. Give me the home dog and the over. I think we see some scoring here. Comments, and then we wrap up Monday night. Manny Diaz to Duke. We played him on I mean, Diaz is terrible. Over 48 in the Rams. Both secondaries are bad. I agree with the Rams over. Did I bet the Rams over? No, I got the Seattle over. We're going to talk about it in a minute. T Money says, Sean, last comment, but like, how are you talking, especially the Niners team total? Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah, they just put up points. And like we're talking about who's going to win the MVP. It's like, well, Tyreek Hill, CMC. It's going to go to Purdy. Purdy's going to throw about 30 TDs. The team's going to be whatever their record is, bye week, blah, blah, blah. They'll give offensive player of the year is going to go to wide receiver, running back, tight end, whoever. And that's where that goes to. MVP is always a quarterback. I mean, rarity. I mean, we got to go back, like I said. AP won with a 2,000-yard season. Then you got to go back to LaDainian Thompson, Sean Alexander when like 25 TDs were big and stuff like that. That's not getting it done here. Maybe, listen, in the future, this might change if Mahomes or Allen or Dak or somebody's not having a monster huge year. Purdy's year's really good. The team's really good. His numbers are solid. I'm got to think it's MVP for him, but team total for sure. Typo on the laugh emoji. It happens. I got it. Jags lose 30-20 to the Ravens. I hope not. I mean, that's a split for me, but Monday night, Eagles 4-47. I like the over, obviously, at 47 because I think the Eagles are going to score. I like it even more what I'm watching right now. Eagles just looking embarrassing. And Seattle put up a little fight. I would have liked another score there in that game. At home here, let's just go over. I don't want to say you take the Eagles off of an embarrassing loss. Maybe, if the line was like 3.5, tick down a little bit, I'd be like, all right, maybe I get on the Eagles here. Let's take the over. Because everybody's going to remember them wetting the bed and looking terrible, not doing anything here on a Monday night. Dallas defense is pretty good. They've had their moments they got lit up by the same Seattle team. Take the over. All righty. As I mentioned before, I'm looking, Tampa Bay. I don't know if they're going to hit that 10-1 to win the division, but the 6.5 is right there, right at our. The under 2.5 here for Arizona did not catch plus 320, but the under 4.5 is still alive. And the Packers, 330 to win the division, 7.5 wins. That's that. We got to throw in a couple of futures that we did way back when. Pretty soon we're doing some MLB futures again. All right, everybody. Thanks for popping in. Good luck in the